What's going on, Freedom Fam? We're back again with another video. Gonna take a look at some stock market news. Also, we're gonna do a quick recap on some stocks that we looked at before. We're also gonna look at some stocks to keep on your watch list. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Supreme Court ruling with Freddie and Fannie. A lot of mortgage stocks absolutely plummeted because of this. Some over between 30 to 40 to 60%. Guys, this is big news. Why? Because what it can create, now it's not a done deal, it can create a better housing market. It's very possible that with the mortgages dropping, it's going to make things more affordable for people. If you know anything about the housing markets right now, it's been a bit overpriced. So it's very important news. How do we look at this in the stock market? What plays can we get into? Guys, one of my favorite mortgage stocks to look at is RKT. Now, it's something to keep a lookout on because the dust hasn't settled. We're not quite sure what's going to go on, but obviously with there being lots of movement there, we want to pay attention to stocks like this. Now, RKT, I know a lot of people they have their qualms about RKT. If you look at the fundamentals, personally, I love RKT. I think it's going to be a great long-term stock, but there are other competitors that are coming out there that you could do your due diligence on that could possibly stifle RKT stock growth. So that's something to look into. Just the housing market in general is something to keep an eye out on. Guys, we're going to do the quick recap. As I said, I just want to highlight one stock that did very well today, and it looks like it is going to continue its growth as long as the market kind of holds up a bit. This is Asana, ticker symbol ASAN. Guys, it was up about 4% on the day, 4 to 5%, 4.6% really, and in the aftermarket it went up a little bit to about 0.32%. Guys, this is a great stock. Again, like I said, to me it's just so steady, so strong. Definitely one to keep your eye on. Make sure that if you do know how charts work, find a good entry point. Guys, don't just jump in certain stocks. You shouldn't take my word for it anyway. You should be going to do your homework. But even if you do your homework, it doesn't mean, okay, I need to jump in right now. You need to make sure that you look for pullbacks if possible, or if you think that the stock is going to go steadily and it's moving strong like that, you might be able to hop in on a day where a nice little red day in the market is definitely possible. So you need to make sure that you plan your entry points. Plenty of videos on that. We'll be coming out with different strategies that you can do to find out how to get a nice entry point. Obviously, it's very hard to be perfect on your entry point. It's definitely difficult to be it's definitely difficult to plan out your exit point for it to be like the maximum possible. But what does this mean? We want to make sure that we have an actual plan. So you're not going to get the best of an entry point, you're not going to get the best of an exit point, but you want to make sure that your entry and exit is always going to be something that you are satisfied with, because at the end of the day, whose portfolio is it? It is your portfolio. It is your money. All right, so you want to make sure you know what you're doing. All right, on to the next one. Guys, we're talking about ticker symbol. Next symbol we're going to talk about AMC. Guys, AMC is an interesting stock. All right, it's an exclusive situation along with GameStop. Guys, you have to make sure that you know what is happening. I'm hearing too many people say, oh, I just got in at this price point and it's like on its way up, and you have no idea why you're in it. You're just hoping that it keeps going. And does it happen sometimes? Yes, because this is an interesting situation, and we've been in some interesting times with stocks popping very quickly and whatnot. So you want to make sure that you're not like falling into that. You want to at least have a plan. Even with this, the way you can have a plan is to know why you got into it. So it's important to know what's going on. Yes, it's important to read news on it, but to take it with a grain of salt. Didn't do too great today. Nothing really crazy. I think it was a brief red day for it. Like it was in and out. I think it hit green maybe like a few times, but ended red. GME probably doing the same thing. It's been kind of like just kind of sporadic, but gotta stay with the mission, right? Gotta stay with the plan. There are a few stocks that have been spiking. Realistically, a lot of people just kind of have been pouring into it, not knowing why. A few that I can think of is Wish, Clove. Now, I know there are a lot of people who are like, no, this is good long term, this is good long term. Me personally, I don't really see that the same way. I can see, I've seen some arguments on like Wish, but I just don't like all that's been going on. Although those are stocks to make sure you look at just for the sake of it. Guys, it's very important that you do not chase a stock that is rising. If you never heard of a falling knife, that is your homework. Go check out what a falling knife is. Look up that investor term, falling knife. Look up the definition for that. A lot of these stocks just kind of give me those, like, I just wouldn't chase. Like when I look at a stock and it has a nice little growth, nice growth, and boom, it's up there. I don't want to chase that. Sometimes does it keep going up? Yes, but I am perfectly fine not making money with that stock because I've got my own plan. Guys, that's the thing. Like, you have to make sure you are sticking to your plan. If you're not sticking to your plan, you're gonna fall apart at some point, man. It's just gonna happen. Guys, with all these stocks that are just like going insane, popping out of nowhere. What's another one? Yes, Torchlight. Guys, perfect example. Torchlight absolutely spiked. I believe it was last week. And you know what happened? Stayed steady for a little bit, consolidated a little bit, and today it went zoom down. Absolutely knifed. So guys, know why you're in a play and don't be caught bag holding if you do make money. Like, this stock dropped almost 30% today, and like, those who talk to me about stuff like this, I'm just like, man, you have to be careful. Like, a lot of people get into, I know a lot of new investors have gotten into the market because of these things that have been going on. But you gotta know you gotta have a plan with everything. Like, you really gotta have a plan. You can't just come into this thinking, oh, I can just do this and trade here, oh, buy low, sell high. Like, it's not as simple as that. So make sure you have a plan with all these things. There are other ones that are interesting as well, but we'll talk about in the future. This is just a midweek check-in. I'm looking at Tesla. I know that Tesla has kind of been doing some interesting things as well. Apple is one that I am bullish with long term. However, I am curious about what's going on. I'm looking for a nice little breakout to start happening with Apple. That's been kind of just trading sideways. That's gonna wrap up the video. Don't want to take too much of your time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. All right, make sure you comment, let me know some stocks that you're looking at, right? Also, if you haven't already and you want to join the Freedom Fam, subscribe below and make sure you hit that post notification bell to keep yourself updated every time we post a video. All right, appreciate you guys. See you in the next video.